Fucking Steve.
So we did all that for nothing. Let's start over.
Yes.
99 left balloons.
No. Oh, my aching Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
I think it might be fixed. I hope your dad has
All right, you
one
guys
job.
can hear us now, right?
Hello, anybody out there?
Yeah, that was Max's fault. So
One job.
Blame the new guy.
Maxie had one job.
Maxie has one
One
job.
job.
Thank you, Vicky.
Blame the new
Oh,
guy.
Jesus Christ on the cross.
Vic-
Thank you,
Vicky
Demery.
had-
One job.
Thank you, Vicky.
Vicky has been there since day one. You notice that? Since like
That's
it just when it was just lonely.
No,
you
she
and I.
wasn't.
Yes, she was.
We have.
Just the two of you guys circle jerking, sitting around.
Actually, our podcast
Well, that must
didn't
have been
start
quite
until
the
Jen
sight,
got here.
Vicky.
Your sad little. Oh God.
Germanex.
No, wait a minute. How long was it just you two before you came along?
A year, right?
Yeah.
think so.
And I thought she was
year.
just a guest, and then they're like, "Oh, guess what? She's going to be here permanently." I'm like,
And then we're
really?
like, shit.
you can't like. She's
It was
like
amazing. I was
that
nervous
person-
at first.
She's that person.
No, I cannot see that.
Oh my God, I was totally nervous. It seems like you're gonna be okay.
It's that-
But when you never do it before.
Now we can't get you to shut up.
It's
okay.
that relative that
You're
shows
welcome.
up and that doesn't want to leave, and you want to go to bed. That's all right too.
I honestly can't picture you nervous about anything.
Oh no, listen to me. I get the bubble guts.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I totally.
No, she gets bubble guts.
No, I don't.
No.
It's always my phone. And he's
So,
like, stop.
so were you watching before like?
Oh,
you
I
came
tried. Very
Oh,
sad.
shut
Very
up.
sad. Hold on, Steve. Hold on. So, Steve, you messaged me. Remember, you sent me a message. And you're like, "Hey, would you ever?" I was like, "Well, I guess." And so then I went and watched. I was like, "Oh my word! And what are we going to do here? What the fuck is this going to look like?"
She's like,
it
how
was
do
fun,
I
though.
save this?
We're going on what? 2 years, 3 years, in like another month.
4 maybe.
Well, I've been here.
3. At least 3, yeah.
I think
I've only been here a little over a year.
Yeah, so I've been here too.
You haven't been here 2 years yet?
Nope.
No, I've been here too.
November.
No.
November
Yes,
will
it'll
be my
this
2
summer
years.
will be 2 years.
Oh, wow. That's
You notice everybody that comes on as a guest and just sticks around and like you were a guest.
Like a dingleberry.
No. They weren't on as guests. I recruited them, asked them if they wanted to be on.
No, she came on to.
Not as a guest.
Not
I
as a
asked-
guest.
No, I told her I wanted her on the
I thought
podcast.
you were coming on to promote your book. And then,
No, that was
No.
going to be her opening. But
Right.
no, she was.
But I wasn't a guest.
Well, can I tell you something? That's what we thought because we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't
Well,
know. We were
don't-
blindsided. Yeah, we were.
Well, I'm not going to tell you guys everything.
Well, we didn't need to know. You're the management, right? We don't need to know.
Yeah.
It's not a need to know basis.
I
Oh
wanted
my
to-
God! So you didn't get
No,
their
it's like
approval?
going
Get
to
the memo.
Oh, it's like going to work and checking your work email, and you're like, oh, okay.
No, it's like when they you get voluntold.
You got voluntold.
Right, you voluntold. Look at Steve's face. Do you know what voluntold means, Steve? You look a little confused.
I know what a tool is.
no, he gets voluntold a lot.
Yeah.
It's like
the
the
fuck
morning
is
show.
that?
Meaning you tell her what it is, Lori, since you get.
I'm
She doesn't even know
Yeah,
yet.
she
I'm
does.
only assuming through context that you end up volunteering because you don't want to do it, but you have to
But
do
you're told
it.
to do
So-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens at work all the time.
Right.
Oh, did you know you were going?
Well, suckers, you're stuck
Yes.
with me, so there.
It's okay.
You can't say no, so you volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like at work.
You right there, Max? Max is on TikTok.
Oh,
he's not even
are
even
you-
on the podcast today.
Wait a minute. Are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah, I am. No, I am.
on
They're just
TikTok?
saying there's just a technical issue on this end. I'll take care of it.
Is that what you tell your girl?
Oh no.
Yeah.
wah,
Okay.
wah.
Take it away. What do we got today?
Is that what that's called, Steve? When it goes
Technical difficulties?
A technical difficulty. And then does it get like all staticky?
That's what us nerds say.
Input static, right? And then you all of a sudden then maybe
You see the color bars on the screen and shit.
Jesus until you're back in business.
All right, what do we got today, Max? Besides you screwing
No,
around
I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. It's
on the Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi?
the Wi-Fi.
What are we doing today?
We're doing what day it is and the
God.
what day it is and the week rewind.
Okay, Julie.
My mindless information.
I'm not even gonna ask you, Jen. Oh, you got something today.
I do. I actually went down a rabbit hole at 2 o'clock this morning, which I wish I didn't, about what's happening across the country to black farmers.
What do you mean?
So, well, wait. It's very.
Wait, in the slavery days?
I'm sorry. I don't know what we're talking about.
No, you mean presently.
Presently, black farmers.
Oh yeah, I know. I know what's going on. Yeah.
And
go
did you
ahead.
see the one farmer in particular?
How did you get on this at 2 o'clock this morning?
I was on Instagram and then a post came up and I actually shared it and it was his actual
It should be signed
Instagram
in
about
already.
how they just recently poisoned his cow. It's
Oh my
insane. Yeah.
God.
So then of course then I go into this
Oh,
rabbit hole.
yeah.
And then I'm like things you don't even realize that are happening across the country. It's insane. Literally insane.
Sad.
Why?
Well, we'll talk.
I'm sorry.
Well, you could start.
All right, yeah. So today we're going to be talking to my wife. She has a new business venture going on for students who need help in learning and
Yes.
stuff. So
Sad.
we will hand that off to her in a little bit. But Demery said talk about aliens.
That's what we just literally shot down out of the sky. 100%, Demery. It is totally a fucking UFO.
It's not a
is.
UFO.
You want to make a bet?
No, it's
well,
not.
UFO does not mean from space.
Yeah, right.
An
right.
what is it? Unidentified
Flying
Right.
object.
But they knew what it is.
But let's talk about the aliens. I'm telling you, Demery, that's what is going on. They're totally. I'm taking my cats though when they start taking people. I'm taking my
5
cats.
minutes until we start talking about probing. Yes.
So, all right, if we go by
real
the
thing.
song, we have 97 balloons left, right? Because we shot down 2.
Steve, that's a very funny
That was a
laugh.
good. I was laughing.
That was a very phony laugh. It sounded like a George Jefferson laugh.
And this is where you'll see all the ADHD kick in.
That's why you're here.
We all have
You're
it.
a therapist.
I haven't taken my meds in like a week.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, well, no.
No,
I had to go
actually,
to-
it's funny when you don't.
Well, yeah. Well, I had to go to the doctor, and she was like, "Oh, I have to see you before I give you." I'm like, "Bro, what?" So
I know.
went, yeah. So, but they were out, so I
They just came up with a
like,
study that said, like, if you take a sleeping medication, that can cause dementia.
Which sleeping medication?
Like, stuff that makes you go to, sleep. Not like,
The stuff that
done.
makes you go to
You mean
sleep.
over-the-counter stuff?
yes,
or?
yes, over-the-counter stuff.
Did you know?
Oh.
Oh.
You just made me think of something.
Wow,
when you
look how
said
she
that.
just stepped
wow,
in there. She
yeah.
never steps in. Go, Julie.
No, she
I'm
just made me
excited.
think
I
of
wanna hear
something.
this. It better be
Wow,
good.
It's about Adderall.
I love Adderall.
That
What?
Adderall is an amphetamine drug that is related in structure to methamphetamine.
Yes, it is.
It's my phone. I don't know how to stop it.
Farting?
Anyways, they're not specifically the same. They're more cousins.
Oh.
So
Well, along the cocaine front, right? They're all. No, I mean literally, they're all that sort of stimulant. That's what they literally are.
it's different because of one, like, I don't know anything about like science.
What,
but
you don't want to fight anyone? That's the
methylation or
difference?
some single something, like some kind of single cell. That's what makes them different.
Well, I think
You should know. You're the biology teacher.
This is news to me.
like they're all in that amphetamine family. So like when you have deoxyhydroxine, that's what's in.
You work at CVS?
No, but I know that is the reason they lock it up because that's what they use to cook meth, right?
How would you know?
You
You know,
at
I
CVS.
go down all these rabbit holes all the time. But I think it's meth.
She's got friends that.
In low
They,
places.
it's a chemical reaction in the body in which a small molecule called
Okay.
a methyl group gets added to the DNA, proteins, and other molecules.
And I think that's what because it is so easily adapted. I think that's why it's so addictive. It's so
Yeah.
addictive. But even listen, I felt like shit when I didn't take my Adderall for like. What,
But I didn't
like
know
6
that they were
days.
that
I feel
close
trash.
together.
Yeah,
When's the last time you did coke?
I'm gonna leave that quiet.
This is a family show.
No,
folks.
it was it was decades ago. So don't get anything in your head. It was decades ago.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, long time ago.
All right, let's leave that one.
Just gonna leave that one.
Best time of my life. I don't know how I'm alive. Literally don't know.
So today we have a special guest with us. It's Lori, and for all you guys that are late in checking in, watching right now. So Lori, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first I'll tell you that I'm married to Steve Seymour.
Yes.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yes. And we've been together for almost 20 years.
Wait, has it been that long?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we met in 2004. Wow.
Wow.
And so a lot of people give me credit for, being the woman who could
Bring me out.
Oh, totally.
no,
Or
to
keep
stay
you alive,
no,
actually,
or
right?
to stay with him for this long.
Yeah.
So being like Steve's best friend and like almost stepbrother for like the past 30
Did you
years.
put your nuts on his drum set?
Still smells like it too.
I'm gonna say since you guys met and been together for this long, I've seen a big change for the better.
I would
When
hope so.
But you
He's
are.
not
You're
blowing
like the
lines
How
off the
do
bar.
I do I take that as an insult? or-
No, I think it's
no,
no,
But she's
not
like,
at all.
Lori is
Yeah,
so
no,
good for you.
no.
She's one of the best things that ever happened.
It's all about having a good partner, and she.
Stop saying this shit because I'm going to hear it at home.
No, I think
She's going to throw it right in my
But
face.
wait, it does go both ways. You know, I had my own things I was going through, and so when
Yeah.
we met, it was
That's awesome.
This is like a
She
Valentine's
was a
Day.
cougar. She had
So
no
wait.
things going on.
When's your anniversary?
wedding anniversary is December 28th.
And the crazy thing, because they say that they don't work, but you guys met on a dating site, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I know a lot of people who have met in
Grinder. Yeah, we met on Grinder.
No, I did not.
Are you trans?
Match.com.
She's like, let's
Are
make
you
that
trans?
clear.
Match.com.
And it's
Match.com.
crazy because you guys Wolcott and Bristol are so close that you guys never crossed paths or met.
Well, I was
We're
a-
9 years old difference.
no, but you were always out and about.
Yeah, he was out young.
Out in
and-
these streets.
Yeah, out in these streets.
Out in these
But I was a
motherfucking
suburban
streets.
mom raised
There is no
children,
streets in
you know?
Wolcott. There are roads.
I love it.
They're dirt roads too, with the carriage and the buggy.
Yeah.
Oh my
well,
God.
and half of his friends are Wolcott people, which was funny.
I know my best friends are all
Isn't that
Michelle.
Right,
Liz.
right. It's like you meet somebody and they're like, "How did we not meet?" Because like you have acquaintance.
Because I was a married mom, at home, not going to sports
Skitters.
rock or or any of those other.
I didn't meet you till
Skitters.
I didn't meet you till like the Machiavelli days.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait.
No, before that.
Before that,
Are you talking about Tupac's album?
No.
Oh,
No, there's a club.
You didn't know I was on an album?
I was like, wait, that's how we're going?
No,
I
we're
didn't know
talking
until Machiavelli came out.
When did Max first come into the picture? I don't know. We
right.
met at Sports Rock.
Right, yes.
And he was working there one night a week when we met.
Blowing lines off the bar.
When Mark Luth was DJing
Right,
there.
right.
Because you're in a ton of pictures.
Yes.
Yes.
When they
Yeah.
had like the wrestling there, they had like the.
No, she wasn't in that.
Yeah, it was after the wrestling,
After-
but not that long after the wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oil
That's where you
wrestling.
knew Steve could never hide. That's where you knew to find him. He was at the bar right there. So it's like.
Yeah.
Doing shots at Jack.
Waiting for Jen at the door.
Not me. I never went to no sports. I've never been there my whole life.
I never had a shot
Really?
at Jack until I met Steve.
Did you ever go to Rumors?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now look would you ever think that she was a waitress and a bartender? And you didn't bartend, did you?
No, I was a waitress.
Well, we had totally different lives back then.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Now we can't
different
stay
lives.
past.
We had very different lives in high school and very different lives after high school.
I don't know. My wife was an angel. She didn't do
Now
it.
we can't stay awake past
Yeah.
11.
Hell no. I'm like, I want to go
We
to
were
bed.
going out at 11. Everybody's done that. They lay in bed. You're like, wow,
I don't
Friday
understand
night.
how
I
and I'm like,
know. Right. I know.
No, but I honestly can still see you going out at 11, being like, we're ready because you're always up.
I know. Well, the other night I was on call Friday and Saturday night, and so at 1:15 in the morning, because usually they say if you're going to get called for an emergency mobile, it's like you go on call right at 10, so it'll happen between 10 and 12. So at 12, I was like, oh, good. So Cameron's sleeping in Chris's spot next to me, right? And I'm watching. I don't know what I was watching. Oh, what's it called? Something Asians, Rich Asians on Netflix. Right?
Crazy Rich Asian.
No. There's actually a series.
Oh.
Oh, there's a series for everything.
Right, it's awesome. But I didn't like these as much as I would like the other one. So I was watching it, and the phone rings, and I'm like, hello? And she's like, she clearly was sleeping when she got the call. I was like, oh, okay. But I had to go to Milford. I was like, oh, I'll be there in like 35 minutes. So, of course, my car stays on E. Right? I'm the one that goes down a hill and is like looking at the line. Is it really, really empty, or can I make it? So then I had to go get gas, and it's like 1:30 in the morning. So I go and like, oh, do. The guy's like, you're awfully chipper. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to a mental health crisis. And he's like, oh, okay, right.
So not to get sidetracked, we were talking to Lori here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Demery's going to be our PD today. That's program director. For, She's telling us to give Lori the floor.
Okay.
Not love you
Take it
long
away.
time.
Take it away, Lori.
Yes.
Well, help me through it too, because I'm not always
All right.
a podcast
Okay.
queen. But
Retired teacher, right?
yeah, I spent 35 years teaching, and now that I've retired, there's a piece of me that felt that no matter what I did in a classroom, I could never do enough. There's just too many kids, and there's just too
Oh,
many
that's
issues.
crazy. Look at Lori's shirt because she's wearing green. You could see right through it.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, look. Isn't that crazy?
What?
What?
Yeah, but you can't see like.
Oh
you
no!
can't see,
Wait a minute. You're right.
Not like
it's
that.
showing like a hologram,
Like a
or
green
something.
screen effect.
Yeah, it's like a hologram. You scared the shit out of your
Look it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Right, but she thought like
Should I go
you
put
could
my coat
see-
on?
I wonder if there's a way to
You can't see your bra or anything like that.
know-
You know, I should
That's
have
what she
wore.
was thinking.
I can't tell what I can see. What is that though?
I should have wore a white hoodie, and then we could have had the Italian
That's
flag.
weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
How?
There must be a green screen effect on there
Yeah.
or something.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is.
All right, not to get sidetracked again. So
Well,
you were
Yeah.
saying
Well, that's
you were
distracting.
So,
Just to circle back.
Oh my God, I heard that the other day.
So did I. So did I. I was like,
Oh wait.
Where's
Oh,
Jen?
so again, you were.
Oh, so
there we go.
Thank you.
is that better, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're better now. You don't have a hole in you.
All
no,
right,
but we're
so-
all like that, Steve.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
All right, so not to get sidetracked. Go ahead.
All right. So anyway, so yeah, there are a lot of kids out there who are struggling, and it's not just grades; it's just the whole pressure of everything in life, whether it's school and everything else that goes on in their personal lives.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stress at home with parents who are trying to reach their kids, and it's a battle. And so here's what I'm offering. As a retired teacher who now has time to concentrate on a smaller group of students instead of, planning, teaching, correcting all of my classes, plus having 100 students, that I'm providing a space with my expertise that students can come to, and I love them to come in person as much as possible, where we're going to work on a lot of things.
So it's like, is it like a tutoring thing, or
It's more that tutoring is
Executive
a piece of
functioning.
it. It's a piece of it. It's
Right.
more like, if you were into, let's say, tennis, you might have a tennis coach who's going to kind of identify what your obstacles are and what's holding you back and how are we going to get through it.
What's
So,
the age limit?
I'm specializing 6 to 10, but I can imagine.
Can you go up to 50, like for Max?
no,
not
grades 6
6
through 10.
to 10.
Yeah, I know. I'm just-
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Max is never too late.
So you'd be like an educational coach.
Correct. It's
Okay.
an educational coaching thing where if you really wanted to put it to the extreme of maybe a family who's at their wits' end, is if you want to take that stress out of your family and say, go to Lori, because Lori is going to be your point person for academics, and take the pressure off the parents, or a little bit of 50-50 working with the parents. It's more than just getting your grades done. It's that whole idea of being able to be independent and in control. And I think a lot of kids feel out of control, and that's where a lot of bad behaviors come from.
Yes.
Whether it's avoidance, or whether it's acting out, or whether it's withdrawal, whatever it is, it's usually a feeling like that they cannot either cope or handle everything that's in front of them. So you start getting, I would say, negative behaviors. And so identifying that that's how you behave is one piece of that. Is like, look what you do when the pressure comes. What do? Do you run? Do you hide? Do you avoid?
Fight.
Right. Yeah. And some do.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because they want you to go away. And so what I'm trying to provide is what I always felt like I excelled at as a teacher was reaching a kid on a personal level.
That's nice.
And so
That's how kids thrive.
right. And so I want to take what I thought was one of my greatest strengths as a teacher and try to really focus that on a smaller group of kids instead of trying to run around ragged with 100 group of kids, besides teaching my classes, planning my lessons, and correcting my papers.
Yeah.
And so this allows that whole part of teaching to be gone and just allows me to concentrate on the kid himself and navigating life in a way that you don't feel as though you are being crushed by it, but that you see a clear path to get to where you want to be.
So one of the watchers on TikTok said, her name's Amy. She said, students are a hot mess these days. I work in a middle school. The aftermath of COVID is showing. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Depending on how long
Look
they
at
were-
Walter Cronkite over here.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's
I like
looking
it.
in. Well, depending on the situation in the school district, some kids were home for so long and they became
Yeah.
With
so
no one.
disconnected
Yes.
Yeah.
that I don't think we realized how much of an impact that had on certain kids.
It's very detrimental.
I also think that we can't only blame it on COVID, though, right?
No.
I think that because kids are exposed to so much at such a fast pace, and school is not that fast. And so
Right.
when you know, and if you take a step back, right, and if you come from a systems perspective, like school in the classroom is a system, right? The whole building is a system. And then you have to look at the function of the behavior, and that will tell you what is actually going on with these kids. But I wish it was just COVID, which I think that there's definitely a learning deficit because of it. But people are younger parents. They are parenting differently. There are no grandparents, older people in the house to set that sort of structure. So I think there's a lot of things that we can blame or go wrong. But I think the problem is, as educators, you get stuck. You don't come at it from a proactive. You're always like
Reacting.
You're always reacting. So this, I think, is especially fabulous, because I think if you present it to parents and even present it to school leaders, like, listen, this is what you need for your type of kid, especially with the amount of kids that are getting identified with a 504. Listen, I have never in my life seen more kids get a 504. And so I'm like,
And no one out here probably knows what that is.
so
I do.
Right,
Yeah.
so like if you don't know, so a 504 it's almost like it's a function of regular education. So you might not qualify for special ed, but actually adults can have 504 plans in there at work. Like they'll have to make a modification for, like, if you break your leg or something, you have to be able to use the elevator if you're not allowed to,
Yeah,
right?
it's more accommodation.
Accommodations.
Matt,
Yes.
You can
rather
use it in
than
college, too.
modification. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so I think now an anxiety disorder. Oh, what? So you want to give her extended time on tests because she has an anxiety disorder that doesn't even present itself within the classroom? And so I'm used to coming at the high school level where more affluent or more astute parents would look for a 504 modification
Yeah, right.
to get extended time for the SAT or
Right.
you know what I mean?
Because they know the rules.
Because they know the rules. But now people just, the doctor, I get a 504. But what? They need breaks as needed. That's not real. Breaks as
Right,
needed aren't real. Like we have to figure out how to function.
well, what it's doing is it's helping the child get through the day, but it's not really fixing the problem.
right.
So I have a question for you, Lori. What would you have been if you didn't pursue the teaching career? Like, is there something that you were gonna do instead of becoming a teacher? Or, I mean, everybody in this room.
There's
like,
probably 100 things.
She's a husband rehabber.
no, but I'm saying, like, what got, so basically what got you into teaching, and is there something that you would have done instead of teaching?
I was always a science geek.
Okay.
And that's where this
Yes.
sort of came from.
Yes.
It might have started because this is how old I am. When we went to the moon, and I was looking outside, going, "Oh my God, they're up there."
Don't say that on this
I'm
podcast.
so sorry. I was very
Half of these
young.
jackasses don't believe it. So.
My shoulder just started
I
twitching.
know it did. I'm so sorry.
Well, I just
forgot.
gotta.
Are you a believer?
I just
Jen
gotta.
now has a pinched nerve in the other.
I just gotta.
Julie, I forgot. Do you
My eye
believe
just
it
started
or not?
twitching.
Believe in what?
That we landed on
Yes.
the moon.
Okay. Carry on. So what are we gonna
I
be?
Okay, so it's all no except for me and
All
Lori.
right. Okay.
then.
Go ahead.
Yes.
What are we gonna be?
Yeah. Well, anyway, one. Well, I shouldn't say it. One was going to be an astronaut.
Right.
Really?
And
But you can't be because there's nowhere to go. Because
You know.
right.
No, I
No,
think they
but
just
I
shoot you up
was-
into the air, then you come back.
But I was 12. All right. So
Do you like flying?
well, I did, but I don't now. Right.
Okay.
This was in my old days. I was
Are you
much
afraid of
more
heights?
Back in the olden days.
Yes. No, I'm not afraid of heights
Yeah.
at all. But I think then I went through a phase where I wanted to be a storm chaser, and I wanted to go,
Like Twister?
yeah, she's a weather geek also.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so I
Still
wanted
is.
to do all that.
Cool.
And so
Oh, these weather apps are cool now, though.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
How do you go about doing that?
I don't know, and clearly I didn't
What do you mean?
it.
Like, how do you
Chasing-
just become a storm chaser? You just do
You
it?
find out where it's going and then
Yeah.
you just
No.
call
Have
it.
you
Right.
never seen Twister?
Well,
Yeah, haven't you seen Twister?
Like, is there a corporation
That's
you get
what
a
I'm
job
at.
with?
Right.
Or
Yes, there is.
Right. Or is it something you start up on your own and get the funding for?
You
it?
looking
Both.
for flying cows in the
You
air?
can always do that too.
We can't even get a snowstorm. So what is she gonna do? Just sit outside with a fucking weather
even
vane
get a
waiting for it to spin
snowstorm.
around?
No, but I mean,
Even if
everybody
so.
in this room like wanted to be something that
Yeah, but then I don't want to say I grew up. It's not like I gave up my dreams. My dreams just evolved, you know. And then you fall in love, you
dying-
get married, and
I'm
I
dying
love
to know this
science.
one. Jen, what did you want to be before, you know?
Yeah, I want to hear everyone's actually.
Let's hear everyone's, yes.
I don't even know.
Really, Jen?
Honest to God, I felt like so.
You didn't want to be a wrestler? I thought you wanted.
Yes, I wanted to be a wrestler. No, I think. Listen, it's no because
Speechless. I love this. We got to ask her
you
this
know
every
why?
day.
People, it probably is the unpopular opinion, but like I don't I didn't have the support that I give my kids at home, right? So my mom, like, yeah, okay, do what you're gonna do, and like, so I ended up
I'm
flunking
waiting
out
for
of
her to
college.
chime in. Is she going to chime in?
I hope not. But I was like waitressing. I flunked out of college, right? Waitressing. Then, for my first round of college, they couldn't afford to send me back, and I get that, right? And so then, then I went and on a tennis scholarship to Southern. Then,
Really? You got a tennis?
yeah,
Go, girl.
Nice.
Can you still play?
yeah.
Oh, no
I'm
shit.
not as good as my stupid husband who never played a day in his life and then just picks it up and now
Really?
fucking whips the ball 90.
Really?
Yeah.
That's athlete.
Well, that's what he said, right?
Yeah.
So then I flunked out after 2 seasons because in college, tennis is played in the fall. So I made it through my second season at Southern and then just flunked out, right? And went home, waitressed, and then met my son's father and then had a baby. And then like, what do you do? And then met my husband and then I went back to school. So, and I think I was always surviving, if that makes sense. So I never had a
Absolutely.
chance to
Been
think
there.
about right? Like you,
Absolutely.
like, oh, you have this job opportunity. I never looked at it as a career. And it wasn't until I finished at Springfield College with my undergrad that I was working at AIC, like the alternative incarceration, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do this, and then I was like, fuck that, I don't want to do this because the recidivism, they were just coming back through. I'm like, I'm not making changes, and that's when I started working with kids. So
How about you, Jules?
I had wanted to be a police officer.
shut it up.
Oh, God.
And also,
Never would've thought.
it was, I know, right? Either a police officer or in the FBI.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Which
FBI
I have
is cool. Yeah.
no idea, like where, like me, whatever. But yeah, it's because people didn't think I was gonna do anything with my life. They're
Here's the thing
she's
about
gonna work at
what cracks-
McDonald's her whole life. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, I'm like, no, I'm gonna prove you all wrong.
There you go.
Do you think your family felt that way? I feel
They
like
told me that.
No,
Really?
but no, I'm serious. Like I feel like I support my kids. You could do anything you fucking want to do, and I'm gonna make sure.
Absolutely.
I don't feel, even though my family, my aunts are successful, my cousins. I just feel like my family of origin wasn't that way, right? Even though my dad had a master's, super smart. My mom, but I just felt like no.
I definitely
they
support
raised me. I don't feel like they
Pushed you to
pushed me and didn't
I
support me.
definitely support my kids, very similar to how you are. Just like, very supportive. You can do it, whatever. You know.
Watch this. Okay, Steve.
Super.
But I wanted to say is I worked at AIC too.
No, like
you worked in
what
Hartford,
path
right?
would
Yep.
did you
I
want to
worked in
go?
Waterbury.
I mean,
Yep.
what would you wanted to become before doing this?
Well, at first I wanted to be an actor. That didn't work out. Forensic scientist.
You mean like a porn star? Is that the type of actor?
No, I did that, dummy.
Right.
I'm talking about a serious.
Oh my God, we got to segue into something
I'm
else
talking about a serious acting role.
Like on soap operas?
where he can win an
No.
Oscar.
Soap opera. Dun, dun, dun.
Like General Hospital?
Actually, I would like a theme song every time I walk into their house or something.
I would like a theme song too, Steve.
I think we
Knight
should.
Rider.
There's actually a meme of people with their earpods on walking in. This is how you walk into work, and they have them. There's a theme song.
Oh yeah, that's what I want.
So wait, look at some of the listeners. So Tawana says she wanted to be a prosecutor until she realized she knew too many criminals. That's out.
It's a conflict of interest.
Vicky said she wanted to be a flight attendant until she had a really bad experience with turbulence going on vacation.
Oh.
And then she said now she wished she went into forensics.
Oh really? Oh.
I think forensics is
Not too
Yeah,
late.
me too. I always liked forensic science.
Listen, you can go. UNH has a 1-year master's program in forensic science, and police need it all the time.
Really?
Right now, yes.
And
it's
anyone
relatively-
can sign up?
well,
Or do you need like
you have to have a
degree in?
bachelor's.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to-
I'm out.
it's a bad. But here's the thing:
I don't
you
even have a high
bachelor's in
school
anything.
diploma. Never mind a bachelor's.
I'm sorry, sir. What?
I quit high school.
You didn't even go back to adult ed and get your GED, or
No,
And look at you, just out here killing it,
working.
ignorant and killing it.
So we.
I was bored in school. I'm serious. I
I
wasn't.
gotta give him. Wait, you gotta stop though. I'm gonna give you the props though. It doesn't mean he doesn't educate himself.
He does. He does.
I mean, you're
I get
super
bored
smart.
in school. Yeah.
I have never I'm not trying to give him,
Uh-oh.
but I have never seen anybody research and learn on his own independently than anybody I've ever known.
That's awesome.
when he does he still put the hand on the hips like this?
No, he is like,
Fucking
You definitely do that, bro. You 100% do that when you're
Yeah, while I'm waiting for you to get here.
No, when you're putting sun together, this is your stance. You go
totally. It's like the Captain Morgan.
He
We're
goes
gonna
like
call
this.
it the Captain Steve.
And then he,
Totally
and then
have
he
a Captain
takes his
Morgan.
cap off and he scratches his head. and then he goes,
Absolutely, and takes his glasses off, rubs his eye. Yes, yes.
That is you, though.
Do I know you or what?
Yes, that
Yes.
is
I
true.
think we all know
But
that.
he's like, he's so intense into his laptop of what he's learning from something that you could like. I'd be like having a conversation. Like he's not even there.
No, I listen. I can multitask.
No, but you
That's a lie.
can sometimes. But there's a lot of times I'm like, oh, are you listening? And then you don't answer. I'm like, oh, you're
I have
not
my
even-
AirPods in.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
So then you're not
No.
listening.
Right.
Well, I can't because I don't know what's there.
Well, sometimes you can hear over your ear pods if you don't put the
Oh, yeah.
noise.
I'm surprised you
canceling on.
like haven't like gone to YouTube University because that's where
He
everybody
is.
I
everybody
do.
goes there
He
and
is.
it's like
Right.
no, but actually posted things to help other people.
I think I did a few.
Yeah, like
You
hey,
know,
this is
you
how.
did some on
Oh
how
yeah, you
to-
did that camera thing where
the
it
camera,
follows
the
you. Yeah.
aperture, and how to
Yeah, yeah.
do.
No, I taught.
F-stops.
Yeah, I showed someone about how to use camera. I don't
Oh,
know.
another fun fact about Lori is that she was on a popular game show.
Yes.
Yes,
That's awesome.
but that's a long
And so was
time ago.
Steve. Yeah, well, that was.
I was on there
But
for a
that's
hot
still
second.
That's still very, very,
that-
very
no,
was
how
fun.
many- not,
interesting.
not
Steve
everybody.
got to go hi.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
can I?
every-
Steve.
Can we
Can I-
tell everybody the show? Go ahead.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
And how far did you get?
I got to $50,000.
That's awesome.
So does
Yeah.
that one question still haunt you till this day?
Of course it does. It doesn't haunt me, but when I play back in my mind, there were some places that I was like, if I wasn't so nervous, I could have
Yeah.
made some better choices.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on around you, and there's
Yeah.
a
And
lot
it's
of
stressful.
It's very stressful.
That's gotta be
You
stressful.
don't see what's going on like 2 feet off the camera when there's people like telling you things and saying fix your hair and and
I got a question because I'm curious. So do they?
You probably asked this question in private. So, by the way,
Oh, hey, Missy and Missy Langerbin just said hi.
hi, man.
Amy,
hi, Misty.
Amy Green said hello.
No, well, my question was how
Amy.
do they pick you? You got to.
We it was
You
over
can't
the
be a moron,
You have
so
to
that
pass the
rules you
test.
out, man.
they were doing they were doing
But they give you a book of what questions they're gonna ask. No,
No, why would they do that? So you can study?
at least you get
Let her, let her
See, that
explain
automatically
it.
rules
No,
them
no,
out.
no, I'm sorry.
You know
Go
what I
ahead.
mean?
It's the only game show out of New York, so it was just a fun thing to do. We're like,
Right.
I saw the advertisement, come and take the test, So we went and took the test, and there's they file you in like
Shut
you're
up,
taking
Jen.
the SATs,
anything.
I was waiting for you to say, Steve, how can you didn't pass the test?
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no, that's not where I was.
No, and there was like
No, because you're super smart. You probably could take it.
No,
you
it's a
had, like-
personality thing, too.
Well, you had like 10 minutes to answer 30 multiple choice questions on a little
know.
bubble
Oh,
sheet
wow.
that they put through the little Scantron machines, and then you're a number. And so they get up after like 10 minutes and they start calling out numbers.
Oh, that's how it
Wow.
goes.
Yeah. And so the very last number they called was mine. And
Nice.
so then you had to meet with a couple of producers, and then if they liked you enough, they said, we'll get back to you. And then they did. So that's how I got on.
That's fucking awesome.
And like the pressure though, you're sitting in this chair, they're asking these questions. You got a time limit. You got to figure out who you're gonna
No,
call.
there's no time limit. That's
no
the
time-
beauty of it.
Okay.
But you want to know my most embarrassing moment was right before I went on backstage.
This is gross.
It's gross.
You had a shit attack?
No, not that gross. Please,
Okay.
God, no.
That's where my mind goes. That's where my mind goes.
But-
Wow, we need a new pair of pants on set.
Pants?
We need a new pair of pants on set for contestant number 3. We've had a situation.
No, they would have yanked me off and replaced me with somebody else. But I was back there, and I knew it was getting close, and I just began to have this panic sweat
Oh no.
that began to bleed through onto my blouse.
Oh no.
Not a pit stain.
Yes. So I look at it with my little personal producer, and I lift my arms and I show him from like 10 feet away. And
You
he's-
showed them what?
my pits.
Her tits.
Not my pits.
Tits.
There was pits.
Pitch with a P like
Yeah.
Peter.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So I see the look on his face of like, oh no. So I get all these people running over, and it is a very like impersonal thing.
Stressful.
They're sticking paper towels under my blouse. They got their hands in my shirt.
Oh, my God.
Not
They're
paper
blowing me dry with fans, and they held my arms up until the moment I went out.
She came out walking like a mummy.
But this is who wants to be a millionaire. We can't be more high tech than that.
Right, so they were pulling. Yeah, so they
High-tech.
pulled out the paper cloth.
Oh, don't feel bad. I was in the studio
Yeah.
audience, and they made me borrow someone else's coat because my shirt was too bright.
Are you
And
serious?
I had to.
It was like so big.
It was like 2 sizes
Would
too
you have
big.
fucking shoulder pads?
Someone's like, "I'll let them use mine." I'm like,
it's like they're
okay.
asking the audience.
But you would think they would have like
A wardrobe.
But it's
exactly.
But it's freeze. No, you have to bring your
No,
own
you have to
stuff.
bring your own
We had to
stuff,
show them our clothes. We had to bring 2 outfits.
outfits, yeah.
because you might go over to the next episode, which I did.
Well, it makes you think that it's the next
the
day,
next
but it's
day.
really
it's,
not.
it's right there.
But it's a half an hour later.
Okay.
And so,
That's interesting.
yeah. So no, they did great. They dried me off before I got out there, and it went along from there. So, but I had this moment of please don't yank my turn because you might not get on that day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're also in a room of a bunch of other contestants, and they're picking who's next.
Oh.
And there's going to be at least
That's when you
half
show
of
them your
them,
titties. Pick me. Yeah.
But then how do they?
and half of those people won't get picked that day.
But then if they just like randomly pick people, like what makes them pick you?
They came in at we had to be there at 6 a.m. They came in around 7 and just started having conversations with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
They
then,
like you.
and
Yeah.
then based on that,
Wow.
and I felt bad because there's people who had flown in from
Yeah,
Austin,
but they suck.
Texas.
That's not your problem. They suck.
yeah,
But like seriously though, why would you fly in
If you're a
from-
fucking loser and you know
Well,
you're not going to make it.
You never know.
but
though.
no,
No.
they'll still get to go back on, but they got to go home and book another
See,
flight
but
to
that's
come
my
back on.
point.
another
Well, that's the
day.
thing that sucks with us. We have to pay for our own hotel and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Seriously.
You know what
like if
game
you
show-
win nothing, you just you basically spent
Yeah,
thousands
right.
to,
You know-
to win
yes.
nothing.
You know what game show would be cool is The Price is Right.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can I tell you something?
You were on it.
Oh, not me, bitch. But I have a friend.
Not me, bitch.
Listen to me. I want you do me right now.
Ew.
No,
My wife's here, you asshole.
do me a solid right now, sir.
Ooh.
Google. I want you to Google the dumbest Price is Right bid in history.
Oh, what was that?
What?
It's my friend's husband.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, he's wearing a navy suit, and he has
Somebody Google it.
Google it. It
Okay.
comes.
Tell us about it, though.
So he gets into the showcase and he's wearing his Navy uniform, right? Because he was in the Navy back then, and I guess that I don't even know what the fuck. And he bids like $500,000 for some motorcycles and a fucking living room set.
$500,000?
Wait a minute, like $500,000. And so, what's the guy's name?
Drew Carey?
No, not
Barker.
Bob
Bob
Barker
Barker?
says,
Yeah.
"Are you sure, Jose?"
That's pretty bad when the
Listen
host
to me.
says, "Are you
So
sure?"
it has something like 500 million views. We watch it all the time when I want to tell.
What was
Chris
it? What was it supposed to be? Like
worst.
maybe
It was like-
50,000?
like $25,000. It's ridiculous.
Damn,
The only
that's
thing that
crazy.
keeps coming up
Nope.
is like a sailor.
All right, so
That's him.
Whose friend is?
He's wearing a Navy uniform.
Amy's your
We thought you
friend?
meant navy blue.
I know. I thought you meant
Arlene
navy
is my
blue.
friend.
No, Amy.
Amy Green.
No,
Amy Green.
Amy's on TikTok.
Oh, okay. She
Yeah, I
said
was
she's
gonna
a
say.
special ed
Special ed
educational.
teacher.
In the middle school.
Yeah, and where? Where?
I don't know.
Where do you live, Amy?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. watch
Arlene,
that
what's
later.
up?
She's chilling in the sun. It's 82
What else
degrees.
is new?
She called me
She's
yesterday.
always in the sun. She's
She
always on
called
the
me
beach. She's always in
yesterday.
the sun.
Yeah.
But wait, where is she?
No, she called me and said she was at Marty Croy, right? So you know how that was working out. So she's like, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. It's some guy. She's like, look at this weirdo grabbing her butt. She's like, stop touching my ass. And
I'm surprised she doesn't look like one of those red ass baboons. She's always on the beach
Which- but
with her
she's-
ass sticking out.
But she's definitely a better person than me because she uses like sunblock and like, I'm out there in fucking Bain de Soleil, my last tube holding
What the
on
hell
to
is
it.
Bain de Soleil?
It's her suntan.
What are you talking
Sunblock.
about?
I don't need a tan. What the-
Oil. It's oil, right?
Oil.
Yeah.
But I'm
oil.
holding on to my, because they went out of business. Well, they discontinued it, so I'm holding on
Right.
to my last tube for dear life.
Use
so
Crisco.
I squirt out a little bit.
Crisco works good.
Baby oil.
Or baby oil I use.
We did baby oil.
Yep.
Along with some sun in. Remember that?
And if you didn't have it, I would use lemon.
You wear the whitest stuff that you don't even need. Like you're the only black person I know that goes tanning.
Am I the only black person that
No.
you know that?
Yeah, that I know.
Probably. Well, every
Just
time.
have
like,
Chris buy you a tanning bed and put it.
Yeah.
no,
there
he
you
did just
go.
buy me a new treadmill. Well, hold on. He did. Let's
With the money
motherfucking
you're
clarify.
spending.
No.
Okay, friends.
He's not buying. Yes, friends. He put it on his credit card for me, but I have to pay him back.
Okay.
But
No,
yeah, he's at
straight
the
up.
Super Bowl.
No,
Did
literally.
were you given the choice between treadmill and
Yeah.
suntan
Meanwhile,
bed?
he's spending
No,
money
I
at
would
the
never
Super
get a
Bowl,
tan
He's at the Super Bowl, and he.
and she still
remember,
has to
no,
pay
you-
for her own treadmill.
Well, you have to remember though, he go because he's NFL alumni. He goes to all these events that are all free,
Right.
Right, and he has points on it, so he doesn't pay for airfare. So
What about hookers?
I don't know how much. If you're watching, babe, how much are the hookers?
Tell him to wrap that rascal.
How much are the hookers?
All righty then.
Is that a write-off?
This took a turn for the
It
left.
always does.
Well, right, because that's a real possibility. You never know what people are out in these
You never know.
Want to do
Just
a weekly
remember,
rewind?
I,
What?
but I also just want to put a disclaimer.
All right, let's-
if he gets caught, everybody dies.
If Jen gets crab, everybody dies.
No, crabs.
Crabs.
Do they even exist anymore? I haven't heard of kids getting crabs anymore.
I don't know.
But even when
So
even but listen, but that's a good point. Right? You know how some diseases, what do they get like eradicated, right?
Yes,
so
right.
like I don't know. when I
Chris
was-
said everything is free,
Oh.
including the hookers.
that's what he means. Oh, is that a fucking smiley face, you piece of shit? Nice.
You go, Chris.
Nice.
Yes,
Make
Chris.
sure you bring home something for Jen.
No, thank you. Well, how about last night? So he called me. He's in the mall, and he was like, "Oh, they got those red and white Jordans." I was like, "Oh, I want a pair." He's like, "Yeah." I was talking to Cammy. He wanted them. I was like, "Fuck them kids. Just get me a child size 7 if you got them." Oh, he was like, "How do I come back with?" I was like, "Fuck them kids. I don't care about them kids."
All right, it's quarter of. What do you got, Max?
The weekly rewind. So let's start about Sunday. So the Grammys. Anybody watch the Grammys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So did you watch the 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
And Busta. killed
Bus a
it.
bus.
Yes. Now who's Trevor? Right? Is that his name?
Trevor Noah. You
Yeah.
don't know who he is?
No. I'm just saying. Trevor Noah came out and
I wanted to make sure he said it right.
Oh, with Bus a bus after the fact?
right, and he just like
Yeah.
he did this he was like
Did his whole freestyle with him.
Yeah.
Not his freestyle, but a song with him. Yep. Mhm.
and then that had that stuck in my head like Busta, what it is right now.
Oh.
No, thank you. Don't do that. No, thank you.
No.
There's actually some backlash to the Grammys because they on Facebook there was a post of like the best rappers.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
some
saw
people
that.
Yeah.
were left off of it, and they were not.
Well,
happy.
actually, after that, the next day, Billboard released the
That's what it
top-
was.
Yeah,
That's what it was, yeah.
That's what it was.
It was Billboard.
Billboard.
And Jay-Z was number 1, and and then there's a few people that said, well, you got to understand, Billboard is based on sales,
Yes.
and stuff like that. They're not going saying
And how many
right.
times? How long you been at number one?
on and all
yeah.
that
They
stuff.
should really clarify that, right?
Yeah, they should.
Well, no,
Right?
your average person would know that.
Well, no, because you would call
I
it
knew
successful.
But you have to
Rappers.
remember, there's no such thing as record sales anymore.
Right.
Right.
No,
so,
right.
So right.
There's
So we,
plays now.
right. And so the average like younger people they think about plays or how many shit
Right.
gets downloaded off of
Right.
SoundCloud or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Good point. How can you have album of the year because
right. That's
there's
what I-
none. There's no albums.
There
there's
is
no record.
albums.
Yeah, but
they're just not vinyl albums.
But so what I'm wondering is, do they do off of do they look at Apple Music? How many people
Everything.
download that? Okay.
Yeah, it's all
Spotify.
integrated. Yeah.
Okay.
I
so that
heard.
means they're all lies.
So you're gonna say
if, we're,
from like
if we're relying on that, they're all
right,
lies.
absolutely.
so from like 99 to 2005 when Napster and LimeWire and all those were like you couldn't like
And everyone's computer got a virus, right? Because you were
you were
that
going
young,
for the
putting
fast-
porn on there too,
so it's like
LimeWire.
right?
Yep, LimeWire.
Did you-
I remember that one.
that's how
Are you looking forward to Rihanna?
What?
I learned that's how
Jen
you say
doesn't
her
like
name.
anybody.
like
I know it's
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Yep,
It is
not
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
I
Yep.
didn't know. Because everybody always says Rihanna.
How did you learn that, Elvis Duran?
No, the
I think
Ellen
it's
show.
better when they have more than one artist. Like last
She-
year, they had 4 artists, which is a lot better than just like
that was
Fitty,
cool.
Fitty.
when you have more than
50
one,
Cent.
it's better. Like because not to take anything away from the Weeknd, because when he did his,
Oh, yeah.
he got a lot of backlash.
He
but
was
it-
terrible,
Well, there was nothing else going on. I mean,
terrible.
it was a COVID thing. All right, what else you got, Max?
Oh, also, did you guys hear about Ron Jeremy?
Oh, what?
That's
the-
my boy.
Yes.
That is my boy. I worked with him for 5 years.
You did not.
I know you did when you wanted to be an actor during your acting phase.
He looks terrible now. I mean, did you see?
Well,
him?
how-
Yes.
Did he ever
he always
look
did
good?
look.
That many
He's
holes. What do you think is gonna
disgusting.
happen, bro?
Oh
No, but
my
his face
God,
is
he's
like-
gross.
He was.
Why did you think he was attractive before?
No, I know, no, but
but he even got worse.
he got worse. So
He's nasty.
What are you guys following him on Twitter or something?
Yes.
no,
What the
They're
hell?
DMing him.
Yeah, I know, right? They're DMing him, right?
What acting tips did you give Steve?
so being Super Bowl Sunday, there's a couple of food.
Is it Super
stories.
Bowl? Super Bowl? Is that what we just said? Super Bowl. So you tell me what's happening at the Super Bowl. That's what I'd like to know.
Anyway, so
Right?
Dude, she's going to get you.
Jen's favorite restaurant, Subway,
God.
No.
is no longer serving sliced meat.
What?
Yeah, they're gonna do it like.
Oh, they're gonna slice it there.
Right.
They're gonna.
So
Slice
there
it.
are still selling sliced
right,
meat.
right. So
Not
so
pre-sliced.
You mean pre-sliced
Yeah,
meat?
not
yeah,
pre-sliced.
yes.
That's the way they should have done it. I mean, they're always.
I haven't gone there since the tuna scandal.
I mean, they literally had a pedophile as their
Right?
spokesperson. So
Jared.
thank you, Jared. No, thank you. So
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Right.
and Chick-fil-A is coming out with a cauliflower.
A what? A cauliflower?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've had that with barbecue.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Yeah,
A
that's pretty
cauliflower
popular.
sandwich?
It's only
Yeah.
for white
It's
people.
like with
sandwich?
it's like
No,
with
I haven't
buffalo
had
sauce on it,
Right,
right?
right. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Here's what we're doing, friend.
Shit.
Here's what we're doing. So I want you, vegetarian, non-meat eating motherfuckers, to stay away from fucking Chick-fil-A. Right? Stay away from Burger King. Right? Go to fucking Whole Foods and Trader Joe's where you can live in peace. Why? You have to infiltrate and bring your bullshit. Nobody wants
Infiltrate?
Infiltrate. Nobody wants your fucking cauliflower bullshit sandwich.
It's
at-
actually pretty good.
Sir, then go get it at fucking Trader Joe's, where all the regular white people
you don't
with
like-
asthma
you don't-
and gluten
you don't-
allergy
you wouldn't-
and
you wouldn't like a-
gluten
wait.
gluten free, can't eat bread, and peanut allergies go. Okay, so
So
go
are you
where
saying you
all the man-made
Oh
white
my
Are you
God.
saying
go.
you hate vegetables? Is that what you're trying
Listen,
to say?
I
Did
love
you
a
eat your
vegetable.
vegetables when
I
you were
love
younger?
listen, I love vegetables, but I'm not fucking getting them at Chick-fil-A. I don't want a vegetable from Chick-fil-A.
Do you like a veggie?
Get fucking chicken.
Do you
at
like a
Chick-fil-A.
veggie grinder? Do you like a vegetables on your
Sir,
pizza?
no, I'm not eating a veggie grinder.
Speaking of chicken, ask her about her KFC incident.
KFC is weird.
You guys have bad.
No,
fast food.
KFC.
What?
Tell her.
No, it was before the drive-through days. I went in to go get.
Not before the drive-through. What are you talking about?
Oh, maybe it was drive-through. Which one we talking
You went
about?
through the drive-through in Sullyton, remember?
Oh, I didn't know that was the.
That would be in the 70s.
How many incidences do you have at KFC?
No. Yeah, a few. No, well, I thought I went in, but maybe I drove through. But either way, I tried to order and they were out of chicken.
How
Wait a
are you
second.
KFC and you're out of chicken?
Yesterday.
And they were still open.
Wait a second.
They were out of
Yesterday,
chicken.
Dunkin' Donuts, we went to get a donut. Christopher's like, I'll have 2 vanilla donuts. We only have old fashioned. I said, what the
Yeah,
fuck
no,
does
how
that
do you-
even mean, sir?
Isn't that the same thing?
No, they only had
No,
old fashioned donuts, those crusty,
Right,
dry,
but what's a vanilla donut?
It's got the frosting on
frosting
it.
on
Oh,
top.
the little cream.
Like it's a glazed donut with vanilla frosting.
Yeah.
You don't
But
like anything old fashioned.
They had
No,
one.
the
Oh.
cream in
They
the
had
middle.
one
I know
type
what an
of
old fashioned
donut.
is, but
How do you have one donut?
I don't want.
She hates
know.
old
Shut
You
your
guys got to
fucking
split.
doors.
We can sell you an eighth.
Yeah, that is interesting that, like,
Shut your doors. We're
right,
not Dunkin'
exactly.
Donuts anymore.
Right.
Don't, yeah,
Close
don't
up.
advertise.
You can't sell what's on the sign.
Right.
Right,
Same
exactly.
fucking situation.
That's right.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
So no, Max. No.
Prostitutes should do that. They should make a sign and say what they do. And
Why
when
don't
they,
we ask Chris
Everything
Ortiz? He
what?
clearly just went to-
Circling back,
Circling back.
she doesn't want you to know with the cauliflower.
No, that's fucking ridiculous. And who would even put that on the motherfucking
Hell.
menu? Unless you're in like Sonoma. Put it on the menu there. Right?
All right, Amy said Subway's nasty. They got to step it up and keep up with Jersey Mike's
Yeah, but Jersey
and
Mike's.
Jimmy John's and Firehouse Subs.
It's Jimmy.
But you have to use
It's not a fair,
like
that's for sure.
that sounds down in like
What, Jimmy John?
I've never heard
they're
of
like
that.
in New
Jimmy's
Jersey,
John?
like
John's Jimmy?
no, thank
Oh
you, sir.
my God.
But you have to use your tax return to go there. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
return to go
Jersey
there.
Mike's is like $20.
Well,
Guys,
well,
come
It
on.
is?
But that's like Nardelli's.
yeah.
Yeah, but they're
They
good.
make
all
it
going
But
out.
those
expensive.
you can make multiple meals out of Nardelli's
Well,
because
yeah.
they're so big.
Jesus Christ.
Anything else, Max?
Blame it on
Before
the
Julie
balloon.
goes on to her little.
Just what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you finish up.
All right, and all I got is what day it is. It's
What day is it? Sunday?
pork rind days.
Ooh.
You love pork rinds.
Me likes some pork rinds.
Do you?
I love pork rinds.
Bring you some from the bodega down the street.
Oh, ooh, that's even better. Bodega. Oh, hell yeah. That all day long.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
One of
And
those
if you can give me
energy
some
Nothing like a
Jama-
bodega pork rind.
if you can give me some Jamaican beef patties too, that'd be nice.
No, not from a bodega.
Why? No, those are the best, man.
Are you kidding?
Why would you?
Go to a real Jamaican.
That's where you're supposed to go.
You have to go to the bodega.
You
Well,
have
usually
to.
they're run by somebody brown.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
exactly. As long as they're
And
brown.
he's got his hat like this, and he
Doesn't matter. There's
And
nobody white in
and
the
they're talking
bodega
on the
cooking
phone,
food.
and they're just like,
Yes, and no gloves, or they'll have a glove on one hand, and then they're
talking on the other.
Yeah,
and you
that's
turn
it.
around and the cat is sleeping on the bread.
Yeah.
I love the cat. And my bodega, there's this homely, skinny black and white cat, and he's so cute. So
Tawana said she had to put a sandwich on layaway at Jersey Mike's.
you go there and it's like, oh, 1995.
And how come when you go in there, nothing is priced? He knows right off the top of the head what everything is. Oh, $5.
From where? The bodega?
Yeah, every time you go in a bodega, it's like nothing is
Because a lot of
priced.
people get the same shit, though.
Yeah, you know.
They get I like the chicken, too. The crispy
How much
chicken.
are cigarettes now?
Almost $12.
11, yeah,
a pack.
11, 12
Holy
bucks.
cow, that's
Wow.
crazy. That's nuts.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Broke people can't smoke.
Is there any other thing going on today?
What?
I don't know.
But they find a way.
Did you see that they have packages now? They sell the Lucy's.
What do you mean?
What?
They've been selling Lucy's, motherfucker.
No,
In a store?
No, they're in a package.
In a store?
Yeah, at the bodega.
Oh, at the bodega, yeah.
Mine has he has a very specific sign up. No credit, no Lucy's.
I like that.
and it's in Spanish. No credito.
No credito.
No, I'm not playing. It's
I
literally-
like that.
He doesn't play around.
Well, the one in Hartford, you go up and the guy, the guy who's with the outside,
What?
the guy standing outside the door, he wants to come and pump your gas for you. It's like, no, I can pump my own
But
gas.
what bodega has a fucking gas station?
Yeah.
There's
Okay, that's not a
Oh,
bodega.
that's a
sir.
bougie bodega.
It's not a bodega. He's talking about like a fucking
It's a bougie
7-Eleven or something.
bougega.
it's also Super Chicken Wing Day. Do you guys like? What's your favorite chicken wings?
Why? Because I'm black? What are you saying, bro?
Oh my God! No, you're not.
Can I tell you
What's
something?
next? Do I follow it up with watermelon?
No, you're brown like a boogie down.
No, I don't. What did you say? Chicken? What?
Chicken wings. You have a favorite?
Uh,
There's like other.
I like the raspberry ones.
It's funny you say that. So last week, did I tell you guys that on February 1st,
Thanks for the chili, by the way.
they sold, I didn't do it. I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was
That
waiting too.
that they made fried chicken on the first day of Black History Month at my school.
They did?
Yes, I think you said they were gonna do that.
It's a situation.
Why did they make it a situation? Did they intentionally do it that way?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay.
Right, and so you see, Aramark has their second class action lawsuit because they. So Aramark, if anybody doesn't know, they are a national chain that provides. They do the catering for all of colleges, right? But they do high schools, but also colleges. So all the HBCUs in this year: chicken, watermelon, and Kool-Aid
Oh, that sounds like a freaking fantasy right now.
by choice.
and potato salad with no
Right,
raisins.
right.
No raisins.
But-
No raisins
right?
in their
The
potato
potato
salad
salad.
either.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. And they were like, "Oh, we thought it was a celebration." No, ma'am.
No, it's not.
It's really yes. And this is the third year in a row that they've got popped for doing it.
The third, you think they'd figure it out?
Right?
I think because they.
I mean, shit, they're getting rid of M&Ms. I mean, you can't.
How about the Peeps fucking soda?
Ew.
There's Peeps soda?
What is it? Coca-Cola, I think, and it's
Yeah.
Peeps flavored. And somebody put
What
put
the
on
hell?
Well, wait on Instagram. I saw this morning. It was like, listen, stop messing with the flavors of Coke unless you're going to put Coke back in it.
right?
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Because you don't know what you're drinking now. It's nasty.
All right, what do you got, Julie?
All right, 7 common sayings that don't work in Connecticut.
Oh, boy.
Let's hear it.
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Oh,
You wouldn't know because there are no beaches in Connecticut. True point. It goes without.
There isn't?
No.
Well, they're
Not even in like
there.
Milford or nothing?
I mean, do you consider
Rocky
those
Neck?
beaches? Do you guys consider
Rocky Neck?
oh, well, I'm
Ew.
not swimming in
That's-
that
no
shit
way,
unless I
no.
can,
Thank
unless I
you.
can see
Once
the
you
bottom.
discover,
Thank you.
once
We
you
didn't say it
discover
was
Rhode
a
Island,
clean beach. It was just a beach.
Yeah. Okay, good point.
once you discover Rhode Island beaches, you're just like, ugh.
Well, even Rhode Island beaches, they're all rocky.
Nasty, yeah.
It goes without saying. In Connecticut, nothing goes without saying. All the words get said.
Oh,
At the end of the day,
Oh,
gets on my nerves.
at the end of the day in Connecticut, it's already tomorrow. I've got my plate full. You can't have it full. You need to keep it moderately full to avoid maximum taxation.
You do get taxed on that.
I know. Oh, this is the worst. Every cloud has a silver lining. Far too many to keep track of to know if it's true. Too many clouds.
Yep.
There's no I in team. But
we hear that a lot.
yeah.
there's I.
hear that here
There's
around.
I in interstate, insurance,
Infection.
ignorance,
Income,
Inflation.
personal
ignorance.
injury lawyer.
Insurance.
Yep.
'cause you
Oh
need-
yeah, I
you
said
need
that one.
You know what? Go ahead.
Here we
and
go.
then the
Go
last-
ahead, talk politics, Max.
No, no,
No,
no,
The last
no, no,
one
no,
is
no.
Please don't.
in
No.
this day and age, by the time you finish the sentence, the woke police
Woke, please.
run and update the rules again. There is no day and age anymore.
Speaking of woke, did you see that they just? What is it? In not Bethlehem.
Yeah, they opened up.
They opened a coffee place, and it's called Woke, but because it's Rise and Shine, it opens at
Yeah.
5, and people have been out
Yeah.
there protesting.
Yes,
you
yes,
serious?
yes, that's
Protesting
ridiculous.
protesting the name. But she said her business, she can't lines around.
Good for her.
The door.
Good for her.
Around the place.
Good for her.
You were talking about interstates. Now, this is what I don't understand. Why does Hawaii have an interstate?
Hawaii?
Yeah.
How would she know? She doesn't live there.
I'm just
Are you
saying.
sure it has an
They do.
interstate?
How do you
Before
know
you
they
say
do?
anything, how do you know they do?
They do.
How do you know?
Yeah, but how do you
know?
know?
Fox News.
Because I don't believe it's called interstate. It wouldn't be.
Does Hawaii have an interstate?
I love this.
She likes to prove me wrong.
She does, but she does prove you wrong.
Thank God it's someone else and not me.
She's like,
See, this is what I like when
That's
she's
why
here
this
because
motherfucker belongs on Fox News. He just be spitting out shit, right? Spitting out shit with no facts. There can't have an interstate.
Christine said, "Here we go, deep thoughts with Max."
Oh, I see you know him personally.
Why do they call it a driveway when you're parking your car there?
Oh my God!
No, we're not doing that, Max.
Why do
We're
they
gonna
call it
find
a
out. There's-
hamburger?
Go, give us another one, Max.
I got your answer though.
What is it?
Okay. They're built to the same standards, but they're not called interstates.
Thank
they're
you.
called, instead of I-84, it would be like H-84, like highway.
Highway.
Thank you.
Same standards, same concept. but-
Different name.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Carry on.
oh, okay. So there's some of the best hot dog spots in Connecticut. This is from Philly
Capital Lunch on there?
Blackies.
Doogies.
Blackies.
Doogies.
Riley's Hot Dog Burger
Never heard of it.
Gourmet in New Britain. Blackies.
Wait,
Don't you like all the meat?
Riley's? I have been there. They got some good. Yeah, I've been there. Yep.
You love the meat. You love.
You
a
like
good-
the sausage?
I was just gonna say you love the sausage.
Blackie's Hot Dog Stand in Cheshire.
I kind of like them, but
and Augie and Ray's Drive-In in East Hartford.
Capital
Doogies
Lunch
is-
isn't on there.
No, Capital
Doogies
Lunch.
is
Because
not
aren't
on
they
there?
no? They're
That
known
is
for
an institution.
Where's that? In
New
That's
Britain.
New Britain too. But then last thing that I have is most popular food chain among Connecticut residents. According to cheapism.com.
Oh,
There it is.
cheapism.
Max,
The top-
did you? Is that
the-
your? Are you on that
Wait,
forum?
Max, what's your favorite restaurant?
Does it include
Well, what-
things like
but-
Wait,
Let's ask
what's your
no.
favorite fast food restaurant?
What's my favorite fast food?
Fast food chain.
Yeah, chain.
I don't have one.
No.
You had to
don't-
pick
you
one.
have to. You
if
have
you
to.
had to pick one, what would it be?
Oh God, Five Guys.
Okay.
Wendy's? I'd say Wendy's.
That's too expensive for you. You don't go to
he
Five
doesn't go to
Guys.
Five
You
Guys.
lying
Five
motherfucker.
Guys is really expensive.
Where do you
Yeah.
mostly go? Where do you mostly go?
Dunkin'.
That's not fast
No.
food, bro.
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, we're talking like
We're talking like
Talking about like
McDonald's.
McDonald's,
Burger King, stuff like that.
Burger King,
Taco Bell.
Okay.
I take the Whoppers over the Big Macs. Yes.
Okay.
I
I'll
bet
do
you
Wendy's. Yeah.
So the number one
Rob
Per-
Pace, man.
do. Per capita.
no for among Connecticut residents. The first one is Wendy's.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yeah, I
Second-
like Wendy's.
Me too. Second is Taco Bell.
It's
Yeah.
because of the
That's
4
it.
for
They're
4.
right across the street from each other. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Burger King. 4 is McDonald's. 5 is Subway. I was like, I gotta tell you.
Subway's gross.
Oh, look at the time.
Oh, look at the time. It's time to go. All right, guys, that's it for this week.
We want to thank our special guests
Yeah, one more time.
for Lori.
Yes.
Visit my wife's website.
You need to come back.
It's
Yes.
bristolasc.com. It's on the screen right now. Make sure you
Oh,
check it
thank
out.
you.
And if your kids need help in school,
Yeah, there's a lot more I could have said, so I'm open to talk.
yeah, feel free to contact her. Her phone number is no.
She's like, whoa.
No, just go on the website and
Now,
go check it out.
Now that you've come on the show for the first time, will you come back?
I don't know. Do you want me back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it when you're here because I could always mute you here. So.
Steven, not nice.
Funny.
Not
Steve made it
nice,
funny.
Steven.
All right, we out of here.
Mute me at home.
Yeah, you guys have a good